He's a legend, he's a national treasure, and obviously, he's ours. Ladies and gentlemen, Gordon Pinsent.
We are a country of beginnings, and we get up in the morning, we have to explain who we are and why we do what we do. And that has always been an annoyance, but not so much if you just simply persist, because if you get things rolling, as we try to do in this industry from stage to stage, then they have a tough job keeping up to you, you know, if you can manage to get through. So longevity is a good part of it. Continuity is a huge part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the recipient of this year's Earl Grey Award and my dead dad,
our good friend, Gordon Pinsent.
I would say yes to everything. You had to say yes. You couldn't say no, or they'd never let you on stage, you know. So when I was first asked if I had acted, I said, oh yeah, you know, many times. My very first play, got the lead, you know. The director asked me if I had ever acted, and I said yes, but I never learned how to do small parts, always leads. I love to act. I love it, really love it.
Yeah. Okay, got it?
Okay.
Right. Okay, thanks.
The pathetic thing is he thinks I'm going to do it that way.
I tried to round out the career and build this sort of protective moat around it by way of writing, some directing, things that I wanted to direct, things that I felt good about. And I felt a full part of a partner, you know, in our business.
Forget it. Do whatever you want. This is not my job. This is my life. Don't listen to her. Call your friends over, Robert. Careful now. You know what happens.
You're awful. You're shocking. We can be seen.
Where are you going now?
To tend to something I should have tended to a long time ago. I'll come back. Until I do, stay alert. Well, they come to Gaze Island centuries ago. The old Kyles was wreckers. They were pirates, sort of like. You see them cairns? I'm doing my very best writing now, and I think maybe best performing as well.
And you'd have to expose yourself more than maybe you'd want to.
Well, I don't know. Not worth as much naked as I used to be. No matter how the industry has proven itself, from the economy as well, it's almost as if it quickly goes out of people's mind that, hey, this is as legitimate as General Motors. Your identity is so strong when you leave Newfoundland that it is like family saying goodbye to you, but do come home. You miss the water. You miss things about it that you cannot find elsewhere. You're always comparing. And to find that it is at the root of all that you believe in your own being, of what you can do, what you are capable of doing, it's your reserve.
No one knows Gordon Pinsent better than an actor, writer, and director who quite recently was the Prime Minister of Canada, albeit briefly and fictitiously. You'll be glad to hear, Mr. Martin. Here is Paul Gross.
In 1995, I got on a jet in Los Angeles and I flew north to the Yukon, where I found myself in the White Pass in the middle of a blizzard. And I was frightened, not because of the snow, but I was about to embark on a part that I had absolutely no idea how to play. And there I was standing with this crew next to the camera, and everything was focused on this one actor who was standing on the lip of a cliff, and he had these majestic mountains behind him, and he turned towards the camera, his steel blue eyes flashing, and he said, "You're gonna kill a Mountie? They'll follow you to the ends of the earth." Now, at that moment, the snow stopped. The skies actually parted. Radiant sun filled the landscape. Bears emerged from their dens. Trees suddenly burst into full bloom, and I could swear I heard a choir singing. And in that flash, absolutely in my bones, I knew that I would be all right because I was working with Gordon Pinsent. Now, as loved as he may be in the rest of Canada, in Newfoundland, he is a living god. And it was at his urging, and quite persistent urging, I might add, that my family took a holiday there, and we spent a couple of months in a small outpour community called Salvage. And the day after we arrived, there was a knock at the door, and I opened it, and there was this fierce little guy standing on the porch, and he stepped into the house. Was I that fellow from the Mountie show? He wanted to know, and I said, yes, I was. And honestly, something like awe filled his eyes, and he grabbed my hand, and he started pumping it up and down like a madman, and I was kind of flattered, and I said, so you liked the show, did you? Well, no, couldn't say that he did. Never seen it. I saw an ad for it once, didn't really appeal to him. No, the really great honor was that he was actually meeting someone who had met Mr. Gordon Pinsent. And I have to say, I think this reverence is entirely justified. Gordon is a prince of a man. He has endless reserves of energy. He's kind of preternaturally young. He's bottomlessly creative. His contribution to our nation is immeasurable and ongoing. And his passion for our country is inexhaustible. And on top of that, he's a great guy. Nay, I would say that he may well be the greatest Canadian.